Hello and welcome. Today we'll be making a gluten-free ukoy, a Filipino seafood fritter dish that would normally use flour, but today we'll be using a combination of rice flour, almond flour, and cornstarch. For the dry ingredients, we'll need 1¾ cup of rice flour, 1/2 cup of almond flour, 1/2 cup of cornstarch, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 3 tablespoons of a neutral flavored oil, 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum, and 1/8 teaspoon of ground black pepper. We'll also need 1 cup of water, separated as you see on screen, 1 egg, 1 small to medium yellow onion, 1 to 2 small tomatoes, we use Romas here, roughly 150 grams of cabbage, and 4 stalks of green onions with the whites removed. For our seafood, we'll be using 400 grams of silverfish. This can also be replaced with shrimp if you can't find any. For equipment, we'll need measuring spoons and cups, tongs, a spoon or ladle to scoop the batter, a wooden spoon for mixing, and a chopping board and knife. We also need a large mixing bowl, a frying pan or a wok, and oil to fry with. Now, let's prepare the vegetables. For the cabbage, we want thin strips, so here we slice the cabbage thinly before chopping it in half. For our green onions, we're just going to give them a simple chop. For our onion, we're just going to peel and roughly dice. And for our tomatoes, similar to our onion, we're just going to give them a rough dice. Now let's make the flour substitution. Combine the 3/4 cup rice flour, 1/2 cup almond flour, 1/2 cup cornstarch, and 1 teaspoon xanthan gum together and whisk until mixed thoroughly. Now let's start making the batter. First crack the egg into the mixing bowl, followed by garlic powder, salt, black pepper, and mix together well. Next, we'll add the remaining 1/4 cup cornstarch and 1/2 cup water. Once that's all mixed up, we're going to add roughly half of the flour mixture at a time, mixing in between. Next, we'll add 1/4 cup of water, mix, and then add 1 more 1/4 cup of water. Once the batter is looking well hydrated, add in the oil and the baking powder. Now that our batter is all finished up, we can add the silverfish and the vegetables. We're just going to add the rest of our ingredients in one by one, mixing in between to make sure everything stays evenly distributed. Now, let's heat up our oil at medium-high heat. You'll want your oil to be about 2 centimeters deep so that the ukoy can float while it's frying. Spoon in about 1/8 of a cup of batter into your frying pan and spread it out to be roughly a little bit thicker than 1 centimeter. After 1 minute, we're going to flip them over. We're going to do this a total of 3 times with 1 minute in between each, making sure each side has had a cook time of at least 2 minutes. You can add 15 to 30 seconds on each side depending on how crispy you want it to be. Once they're golden brown on both sides, you can take them out of the oil and continue making the rest of your ukoy. If you enjoyed the video and you left a like or a subscribe, we'd just like to let you know we really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.